Speedway. It's race number 7 of the 1987 racing schedule. It's the week before Dirt Cup. The drivers are making their final tune-ups on their sprint cars and modifies before next week's race on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. A year ago at this time, it was raining here at Skagit Speedway. In fact, both the pre-Dirt Cup and post-Dirt Cup races were rained out. Bob Burrow is with me now. Bob, we got some great weather tonight. Another chance to tune up before the big race next week. Is your crew ready?
Yeah, we're real ready to go.
What are the changes on this car from the people that have been following you from the car you drove last year?
This is a lot better car. Just we've had crummy luck so far this year.
You've got one feature win so far. That was just a couple of weeks ago. And it has been a tough start for you, and I think a lot of people thought, well, both you and Todd might be battling for the points championship. Todd, of course, was injured. In fact, what is his status right now?
He'll be out for Dirt Cup next week.
He will be.
The car's
a wrist injury?
Or? You hurt his back and stuff. It's all ready to go now, though. He feels pretty good.
Now, people don't realize that when a sprint car gets upside down, how expensive a proposition it is. I've heard anywhere from $1,000, $1,500 to $2,000 every time you get upside down.
Yeah, at least.
Really?
Yeah, it costs about $5,000 to fix Todd's car.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you got to have some good sponsors behind you then.
Yeah, real good sponsors.
Now, as a driver for yourself getting ready for a Dirt Cup, is there any way that you prepare different than you prepare for a regular race?
Nope, just go out to win.
Go out and try to set fast time and go for it.
Yep.
Does the track change? I know probably by Saturday night, of course, next week it'll be pretty dry, I guess, as usual, but so you got to change your style a little bit.
Yeah, change the car around and stuff. And
Is it different for you now driving for someone else rather than your father?
yeah, it's a lot different.
Any additional pressure? Or?
Yeah, there's some more pressure on it, but
We talk about Bob Burrow. We always think of last year's grand finale where you jumped out of your car and climbed into Todd's car. That had to be one of the wildest experiences of your career.
yeah, it's pretty fun.
When you changed cars, did you have any idea that you could possibly come through and win?
No, not right up first.
That one of your better paydays as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, keep a look on car number 7B in the winner's circle come Dirt Cup main event time. He probably will be there. One of the drivers up early for next weekend's Dirt Cup, Rod Parks out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Rod, tell us a little about the car and where you run on a normal week-to-week basis.
The car is a 1986 Challenger. We normally run at Kalmar Raceway out of Edmonton each Saturday night for 20 or 25 shows a season. So.
Is there a pretty good sprint division up there, pretty strong?
Yeah, it's coming on. There's probably 20 cars going to be out this season. We've had 12 cars as the best show this year so far.
Now, how would their rules differ to our rules here? Much difference?
Basically, we have no rules in the sprint cars. It's wide open. No engine rule, no tire rule, no fuel rule.
Is this a division that's starting to grow up there?
Yeah, it's growing from last year. There was probably only 8 or 9 full-time cars. This year there'll be twice that, so it's coming along.
I understand there could be some more dirt tracks being built up there. That's the rumor anyway.
There's one dirt track in Calgary that's not being used now, but there are a couple of smaller tracks in smaller centers that are growing and starting to put on more shows.
I guess Alberta's famous sprint car driver, Tim G, of course, and he's been at Dirt Cup many times. And is he kind of a leader for you guys, someone that you hope to race with someday?
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice to learn how to go quick.
Yeah. Are sponsors tough to find up in your neck of the woods?
Yes.
Are they?
Yes, you have to self-sponsor your car or the sponsorships are not very large.
Now, what makes a driver like yourself want to come down to Skagit Speedway for the Dirt Cup?
I love racing. Yeah.
How does this track compare with some of the tracks up there?
It's about the same length as the track that we race at home. I haven't been out yet, so I don't really know whether it's the same shape, but it looks about the same.
All right. One of the drivers up early, keep your eye on the 4-car, Rod Parks, out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We're talking with Rory Price out of Linwood, modified number 60 here at Skagit Speedway. Rory made one of the changes that some drivers do, go from midgets on the asphalt to the dirt here at Skagit Speedway. Rory, how has the transition been so far?
Oh, I've liked it a lot. I've liked coming and driving the dirt. I've found my midget driving's really helped me a lot up here. It's helped me try to drive the car kind of straight and keep my nose clean because midgets react so fast. So I've really enjoyed it.
I was going to ask you if there's any kind of a transition, something you can take from the midget to the dirt track, and obviously you've taken it very successfully.
Well, we came close to winning a couple, and hopefully tonight we'll win one, but Yeah, I'm having a good time.
For the spectators at the grandstands watching this that maybe don't watch midget racing that often, what is the major difference? Obviously, you're running on dirt to asphalt, but what are the major differences, let's say, running a midget on dirt to running a modified on dirt?
The midget is a smaller wheelbase car. You're not sliding nearly as much. You have to keep really on top of the car, it seems like. With the modified, you can get really out of shape and you're waiting for everybody to go blowing by and it just doesn't happen. Where the midgets, it's really single file and somebody has to really bobble in order to get your nose in there and make a pass. So that's about the only different transition. The modified, it drifting a lot more, and I don't know. That's about it, really.
What made you want to leave the midget ranks to get into modified racing?
A couple reasons. My car owner for last 2 years, Gordon Reilly, was talking about retiring. I drive for my dad now, Dart Price, and he decided he wanted to finally own a car after driving for other people for years. And we've been having lots of fun. The midgets also are starting to really die down in the Northwest. They only race in front of maybe 1,000 fans to 2,000. And up here, it's a lot better exposure. And I was able to get 60-minute tunes for a sponsorship, and it's just better racing up here in front of all the fans.
Are we going to see Roy Price in the sprint car division soon?
Dirt Cup. Yeah, we'll be putting our 393 Bailey Brothers motor in. It's a steel block. I don't know if my goal for Dirt Cup's to make the A main. I don't know. I don't really think we got the motor to win. But so a realistic goal is just to make the feature, really, I think, for this year, and we'd be ecstatic.
Well, that would be quite an accomplishment for a rookie driver in the modified division. Have you had a chance to see the Dirt Cup before as a spectator?
Oh yeah. The midgets always take that weekend off, and it seems like all the midget drivers come up and watch Dirt Cup, and I know I've been dreaming about racing Dirt Cup since I was about 10 or 11. So I'm really excited about it.
So instead of having Bill Houghton or other partners going by you, or next to you might be Jimmy Sills or Jeff Swindell.
Right, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and racing with those guys with so much experience, I can probably learn a few more things, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Do you plan to do some traveling this fall, maybe down south?
Sure, yeah, we're going to put the sprint car motor back in after Dirt Cup. We'll take the sprint car motor out and keep running modified, and we'll probably go down and run a few shows, Chico, or I'm not sure where else at the end of the year with the sprint car.
One last question. When you joined the modified division, did you realize how competitive it was?
Not really. No, I didn't. Last year I got a chance to drive twice up here, and we did pretty good for the first time up, but that was at the end of the year, and then we bought a very competitive car, Gary Funk's X car, and I was hoping for a little bit more success, and I've found some real good drivers in the modified, and it's really been competitive. Yeah.
All right. Really That's Roy Price, modified driver number 60, and he'll be driving the sprint car next week here at the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup. Roy Price, car number 50.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, nice. Too bad the one time you had to miss it.
Yeah. Why can't
Super! Gotta have another frame for this one, maybe
Yeah.
the other one. Great.
We're talking with sprint car driver number 32, Debbie Crackey, here at Skagit Speedway. Debbie had a tremendous race last Saturday night, a battle with her fiancé, husband-to-be Mark Houston, most of the race until spinning out on the last lap. Debbie, that had to be a disappointment for you, but on the other end of the scale, you drove a tremendous race, and I'm sure it's a big confidence builder going into Dirt Cup.
Yeah, it's something we all needed, me and the crew, real bad.
What was, did the car start coming away a little bit? Did you get tired out, or?
We had a little bit of heating problems and motor problems, and I did get a little tired.
Well, people don't realize it takes quite a bit to maneuver these cars. Tell us a little about the car, some of the sponsors behind it, and the people behind the scenes.
The car's an 87 Gambler. We have a few people helping us, but mostly it's coming all by on our own.
Well, I know it's tough when it's a family operation like that. I know your mom and dad are involved as usual.
Yes, I don't know what I'd do without them. They've really given them a lot so I could stay here racing.
Now, I know I was just talking to someone else about Debbie Kraken. She always seems to have her best races just prior to Dirt Cup. Remember a few years ago at the Dirt Cup luncheon, we were watching a videotape of you and Alan Munn duking it out the week before. And of course, last week, your great effort. Is it this time of year when you really get psyched for the racing?
I think it usually takes us about this long to get the car dialed in good. Hopefully we'll keep it going through Dirt Cup this year.
What is it now for you? How do you get prepared for a Dirt Cup? Do you prepare any different than you would for a regular weekly show?
Just the same.
Really?
Maybe try a little harder.
Well, we got a very good roster of drivers coming out next week, so it will be a big challenge. Now, we talk about thrills in your career. You've had a few of them. Of course, you haven't won a main event yet, but what are some of the biggest thrills you've had so far?
Last week was definitely one of the biggest ones. One of the funnest races I think I had in the crew was going to Alaska last year. That was a lot of fun.
Now, tell us about that. I know a lot of people don't realize you went up there, and maybe someone watching this, but how did it work now? The promoter paid for you to go up there and paid to ship your cars up?
For our crew, Eddie Evans' crew and Alan Munn's crew, and he put us up in hotels. It was kind of like how the big guys live.
What kind of racing do they have up there?
It was sprint cars. They're catching up to us slowly. They're a little behind times, but they had some nice cars up there. It's getting better and better every year.
What about the track?
The track was nice. It's pretty long, straightaways, real narrow.
Kind of like Sky Valley, or?
Kind of. It is actually pretty close to that track.
Now, do you plan to go back there again, or?
I don't know. The promoter's going to be down here next week for Dirt Cup. Hopefully we can work something out.
Maybe to have another invite to Alaska, huh?
Maybe.
Did they drop pretty well? I mean, sprint car racing is starting to build up there?
They had a lot of problems last year. They had a rain out, and they had the drags, which is real big. They run right on the street there, and the drags rained out the week before, so they had a lot going on. That was a lot to draw from for a little crowd.
We just talked to Roy Price a few minutes ago, and he's saying that he's made the adjustment from midgets to the open wheel ranks. And yourself, you kind of had a similar career, not too long with the WRA, though you were mostly in the midgets prior to that. But is it really tough to make the adjustment?
From quarter midgets to sprint cars, yeah, it took me a long while.
It's like day and night.
Almost.
All right. What would make Debbie Kraken the happiest at Skagit Speedway?
Dugan Dirt Cup next week.
All right. Debbie Kraken, sprint car driver number 32 here at Skagit Speedway. Always a pleasure to talk to, a great racing family, and a driver that you will see in the winner's circle very, very soon right here at Skagit.
Thank you so very much, everybody. See a lot of you in it.
Tim Levine lead him through the white chalk line. The inside full car crosses that first, and the race is official. Green flag! Fred Gibbs running second. Mike Powers slips into third. And Mike Gilbert drops back to fourth. Fifth is Target in the 43. Tim Levine, no problem whatsoever. There's a good three-car battle for second, though. Fred Getz, Mike Powers, and Mike Hurlburt. Getz has the inside track right now to the runner-up position. Hurlburt trying to make a move down the back straightaway. Hurlburt on the inside, and he's got Getz in turn number 3. Mike Hurlburt goes in the second. He's got a long way to go to catch Timmy Levine in the battle for first. Tim Levine out of Everett, running second to one car. Billingham's Mike Hurlburt running third. Fred Getz in the 54, gets sideways. That's enough of a mistake that Powers can slip by. Powers gets the loop stump, but he holds on and goes into third. Levine coming up on traffic. This could be exciting. Laps quickly running out as you check on the turn 2 scoreboard. Levine gets by Target and goes down the back straightaway. Hurlburt would have to pull out a miracle now. Some miracle finishes with cars going sour when they seemingly had victory in the bag. A couple more times around the clay oval car left. Target now goes to the infield. Levine into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, he faces the white flag. 1 lap to go. One more time around for Tim Levine, and he'll have himself a trophy dash berth and a heat race victory. Fairly routine victory for Everett. Tim Levine, car number 7 out of 4 with the win. Tim Levine, car number 7 picking up the win. The 1 car, Mike Gilbert running second. And running third should be the 40 car, Mike Powers. Mike Powers, car number 40. And Fred Getz out of Port Orchard, car number 54.
And car number 51 right beside him out of Mount Vernon, currently second in the point standings, Lewis Nutter. 6 cars, 8 laps, green flag. A real bunch of cars as they head into 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. It's the 15 of Ken Fleming, the 2, the rookie driver, David Points, 51, Lewis Nutter, 71, Dick Smith, as they come out of 4 down the front straightaway. Now down the back straightaway. Ken Fleming, the veteran, leading the rookie of David Points as Dick Smith puts the 71 car into 3rd spot. Well, Ken Fleming, he's had his share of tough luck so far this season. Looking to turn it around here tonight. He could be on his way. The leader right now in the car that won the 1985 points championship here at Skagit Speedway with Pete Harding driving it. Kenny Fleming setting the pace. The rookie driver, though, David Points, appears to be closing up the gap a little bit. In car number 2, we told you Bob Kennedy would be driving it if David did not make it to the track. However, Points is here. He is driving a heck of a race, trying to close up the gap on Ken Fleming. Look at the youngster now as he continues to close the gap for the lead car. Number 15, Fleming. It's car number 2, Points, trying to get closer to that 15 machine of Fleming. Just a couple more laps to go. Still Dick Smith running in 3rd spot in the 71 car. As we complete lap number 6, just a couple more laps to go. Kenny Fleming, I think, might have taken a peek over his shoulder and seen how close Points was getting. He has picked up the pace just a little bit. As we had a white flag, 1 lap to go. Some smoke coming from the back end of Ken Fleming's car. Points doing very, very well. This will be his best finish in just his 2nd week ever here at the Skagit Speedway. Checkered flag in the win for Ken Fleming. Maybe some problems on that car. 2nd place, a good ride for David Points. 3rd will be Dick Smith in the 71. 4th will go to Lewis Nutter, the 51, and Bob Kirk in car number.
And the York Chiropractic Clinic, the Seaside Chevy Sprinter, Steve Beitler, 21. 73 is Mark Houston. We'll catch you up on his sponsors in just a moment. Yeah, Mark Houston out of Seattle. Great flag! And again, this is the last time the sprint cars get dialed in for next week's action here in the Super Dirt Cup. And the number 3 out of turn number 4 is Cecil Walker, your early leader. Cecil Walker, Mark Ellis, and Walker having definite engine problems. A lot of backfiring come out of the 49 machine. You can hear it. And he's having a lot of trouble getting the RPMs up down the back straightaway. Houston makes the move and goes into third. It's Mark Ellis, Bob Burrow, Mark Houston, Alan Vine and Biden. It looks like Walker is going to go to the pit. Some definite engine problems on the 49 car tonight. And we'll get that worked out prior to main event time. It is Ferndale's Mark Ellis, your leader. Bob Burrow running second. Mark Houston third. Alan Vine, Steve Beitler. Mark Ellis will have to take a heat race with him tonight. All dialed in. Mark won the heat race last weekend. He'd like to make it 2 in a row, but Bob Burrow is closing up the gap. Bob Burrow, this beautiful sprint machine, is trying to reel in the 84 car. As we start past number 5, it is Mark Ellis, Bob Burrow, Mark Houston, Alan Mudd, and Steve Beitler. Only his second, well, actually officially first year in the sprint division, and Bob Burrow trying to take advantage of his vast experience. Laps are running out. Burrow, if he wants to get by Ellis, he better make a move very, very quickly. Just a few years ago, Mark Ellis running at Skagit Speedway. Now he's making the sprint up Skagit his home. White flag. 1 lap to go. One more time around. Burrow on the inside. Let's see if he's got it downstairs. Ellis slams the door down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Burrow bringing it low. It's going to be a drag race to the finish, but it's going to be Mark Ellis picking up the win. Bob Burrow in second. Running third. Mark Houston the 73. Alan on the 42. And Steve Beitler, car number 21. So a nice ride for Mark Ellis, car number 84.
To Skagit Speedway. 16T, Tony Lutar, the 66, Fred Brownfield. Lutar, sponsored by B&E Auto Supply and the Burrow Gambler Center. Tony currently running 5th in the point standings in the swings. And Brownfield Manufacturing, Freddie Brownfield, the 66 car. We are ready to go. 6 cars, 8 laps, green flag. Danny Smith, 44 car, former super modified champion, the leader. Here comes Jerry Ensign now into the lead. Jerry Ensign, the beautiful blue and white 76E. Again, remember, the top 3 positions is where you want to be. And it's all Jerry Ensign right now, pulling away from the field and looking strong. Second place, Tony Lutar trying to make a move on Denny Smith. Fred Brownfield and Ronald Eiselson battling for 4th. The leader now completing another lap all by himself, Jerry Ensign. Second place, Denny Smith trying to hold off the challenges of Lutar and Brownfield. Brownfield, you know, desperately wants to get into the top 3. He doesn't want to be starting in the back half of the feature. Out of turn 4, look at the battle for second. Denny Smith, the veteran, he knows how to hold them off. As Jerry Ensign completes lap number 5, the battle for second place. Tony Lutar can't find the combination, or can he? Lutar down low, trying to go by Denny Smith, and yes he does. Tony Lutar, Surrey, BC, second spot. Denny Smith now is going to try and hold on to 3rd. Brownfield, you know, desperately trying to get by. It's Mr. Denson now, looking so very, very good. He's looking at a white flag now. 1 lap to go. He's got a half lap for the rest of the field. Lutar second, and Brownfield goes into 3rd. And you know, that's a relief. Out of turn 4, no problem for Jerry Ensign. Second place, a good ride for Tony Lutar. Second, and 3rd place, Freddie Brownfield. 4th, good fight line. Denny Smith, followed by Ron Eliason in 5th spot.
We have Leo Voigt and defending champion car 04, Butch Gilbert. We'll catch you update on those sponsors in just a moment. 8 laps, heat race number 3, green flag. Into turn number 1, out of turn number 2. Schubert in the 04. So Debbie Crackey, 2 heat race victories in a row. A fine job in car number 32.
99, Sean Becker, a feature winner this year. And the 77, last week's winner, Dave Lentz. Green flag. A lot of our top point leaders out there in this one. As they go down the back straightaway, they're chasing Bill Houghton, the 21 car. Bill Houghton, the 21. Gary Fluck, the 32. Sean Becker, the 99. Top 3 drivers to the top 9 in the main event. Gary Fluck trying to make a move on Bill Houghton as they go out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. We'll see if Fluck can do it. Bill Houghton taking up a good portion of the racetrack. Just like the good drivers do, trying to hold on to the lead. Bill Houghton, the 21 out of Everett, been around the Skagit Speedway many, many times. Gary Fluck, number 32, in his 3rd season of racing here in Skagit. Sean Becker running 3rd in the 99 car, currently 4th in the point standings. Coming up on traffic, Steve Knight plays apart. Bill Houghton may have some problems getting around Woods. He gets by him, still on the sports line. Running second to 32. 2-car battle for the lead. We'll be looking at a white flag very shortly. Out of 4 white flag, 1 lap to go. Bill Houghton doing everything in his power to hold off Gary Fluck, our Charger in the 32 car. Fluck's going to give it 1 last shot as they go into turn number 3. They're wheel to wheel. Out of turn 4. Bill Houghton holds on. 32 from second to third. The 99 of Becker. 4th, the 60 of Marie Price. 5th, our 77, Steve Lentz.
6th car and 37, Dennis Army. We'll catch you up on those sponsors right after this. 8 laps, modified heat race out of turn 4. Green flag.
Marysville, Jerry Bundy, and car number 3, first time ever here at Skagit from Arlington, Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan has we go green. Rod Perkins, your early leader. Dave Smith shoots by. Perkins, some problems in the 69 car. And no problem. We have gone yellow. And we will try it all over again. Mark Paulson towing at Jay's Automotive and Machine. 6 cars for 8 laps. Looking good this time. Green flag. Trophy Dash cars. Looking for you, North Mid exit. Trophy Dash cars. Heat race winners. North Mid exit. You know who you are. Rod Perkins, the leader. Dave Smith running second. The rookie, Owen Rice, car number 9, doing a good job. Holding on to the third. What a rookie driver here at Skagit this year. Cutting their teeth on the clay oval. It does take a while. A lot of them looking very, very good though early on. The 69 car. Rod Perkins trying to join Bill Houghton and Jim Carr in tonight's trophy dash. 69 Perkins, 17 Smith. Still Owen Rice, car number 9. Running third. Hancock trying to find the combination to get around him. Down the backstretch, and Perkins laps the number 3 car, Joe Lyon, the former Frank Chapman super modified. The battle right now is for third slot, and that is the final position to start at the starting 9 come main event time. And how Owen Rice would love to be starting up in the front of the super modified feature. That is where he would be if he would hold on to third spot. He'd be on the front row. There's a white flag, 1 more lap to go, and it's all Rod Perkins. Perkins, the 69, running away with it. 17 Smith second. Rice pulling away a little bit from Hancock. Out of turn number 4, the win for Rod Perkins. And he's a happy gentleman as he shakes his head. 17 Smith second, third place. Yes, Owen Rice, car number 9. And he too, very, very happy, as is his pit crew. You see them in the pit area. What a job he did tonight from Federal Way, David Point. Out of turn 4, green flag. Well, it's Kenny Fleming putting the number 15 car into the number 1 spot. As they go down the back straightaway, can't have some motor problems in the heat race, and there it goes again. He makes contact with Levine, and we will go yellow. So things not looking good for Ken Fleming. It's old car, the car that Mike won many feature main event wins here with at Skagit Speedway. Definite entering situation as we go green. Mike Hurlbert, car number 1, and the car he drove for many years here at Skagit, car number 2, right behind. Both of them with the Budweiser light colors. No, you're not seeing double. Mike Hurlbert takes the white flag. One more time around. David Points in only his second week out here at Skagit Speedway. And there's a checkered flag. Trophy dash. Win our match race. Mike Hurlbert and David Points. Officially, it'll be Ken Fleming third. And Tim Levine.
My means tonight you can deposit your ballots anytime. 3 cars, 3 laps. Ellis, Ensign, and Cracky. Out of 4. Green flag. And we're going to try that one more time. Yeah, the chalk line is a spot to watch. Inside pull car sets the pace. He's got to cross that line first. Won a dash before, so he'd like to win this one. It's been a while for Jerry. He'd like to make it 2 in a row. And a turn number 4, green flag. That's at 76. Debbie Crockett, car number 32. And they're good. Number 4, green flag. That's the way they should go. Good start anyway. Down the back straightaway. Jerry Edson jumps out in the early lead. Debbie Crockett, Mark Phillips. Edson looking real strong out there right now. White flag, 1 lap to go. Jerry Edson, Debbie Crockett, Mark Phillips, very quick. And a 3 out of 4. And it's Jerry Edson picking up trophy dash hardware. Jerry Edson out of 4. Debbie Crockett and Mark Phillips. Out of turn number 4, green flag. It is Bill Houghton, car number 21, jumping out to the early lead. Bill Houghton, Jim Carr, Ron Perkins. It's been a while for Bill Houghton in the winner's circle as far as Trophy Dash hardware is concerned. Bill Houghton, Jim Carr, Ron Perkins in that order. That's quickly diminish here in the super modified Trophy Dash. The late model feature coming up. White flag, 1 lap to go. It looks like it's all Bill Houghton, number 21, unless something goes wrong with the car or some strange turn of events happens. Bill Houghton comes through for a Trophy Dash victory. And it is veteran driver Bill Houghton picking up the win. Jim Carr second and Rod Perkins third. So Bill Houghton has been quite a while. Points race in this division, very competitive. Mike Hurlburt and Kennedy have a very small margin over 51 Lewis Nutter. At a number 4, green flag. Right off the bat, one car loses the tire in the first straightaway, the Hurlburt combination, and that is unfortunate. And Mike's got to wonder if one of the crew members fell asleep or what happened down there. That doesn't happen very often. Good points. Setting the pace. Down at turn 4, green flag. Into turn number 1. Down, well, we got 40 sideways and 2. Mike Powers gets sideways. Yellow flag, and this is the break that Mike Hurlburt needed. Mike Powers spinning, getting the car going again. Yellow flag. Out of 4, green flag. Tim Levine jumps out to the early lead. Terry Smith, David points door to door. Make that Dick Smith drive it. And I forgot about that Dick Smith. So keep an eye on the 71. Veteran driver Dick Smith. Mike Hurlburt now coming back to the machinery. Ken Fleming out of Ferndale smoking the 15 car. Tim Levine, your early leader, already into traffic. A lot of action back in the pack as they lap the 43 car of Hargett. And we got a yellow flag. 43 Hargett on the infield. Very dangerous position. And we'll have to go yellow. So it's Levine. Next man. Out of 4. Green flag.
car, Tim Levine, all by himself. Here's your lead car. About a quarter lap lead on second spot by Hurlburt. Hurlburt, of course, hoping for a yellow flag to close up the gap. Unless Levine would have some unfortunate luck with lap cars, this looks like it could be a Levine race, 2 in a row for the younger driver. Down the back straightaway, Tim Levine, your leader. Mike Hurlburt running second in the 1, running third. Dick Smith is 71. David Point's getting a little squirrely in 2, and he takes the car to the infield. Across the finish line as we start lap number 12. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go. It's Tim Levine in the 7 car, having no trouble whatsoever. A flat tire on the Hurlburt machine. Left rear going flat. He's going to try to stick it out to get some points. As we start lap 13, Dick Smith goes into second. Levine getting involved in traffic, but he holds on. Here is the trying to finish to get some points. 5 flags, 1 lap to go. And Hurlburt just wants to go around one more time to get some finishing points, maybe to hold on to first spot. Second spot, Dick Smith, but a fine job for him. Looks like Nutter running third. Into 3 out of 4, it's Tim Levine picking up the win out of Everett. Tim Levine running second. Dick Smith car 71 second. Should be 51 Nutter and Hurlburt as well. 25 laps, sprint car main event. Buckle down, turn on the helmets. It's going to be a wild one. Out of turn number 4, green flag. Now this first lap very dicey as the traffic thins out the sprint cars, and we got a yellow flag. Not a good start. See the sheriffs at the main gate. If you drove a Blade Chevrolet car to the parking lot tonight, your dealer plates are missing, but the sheriffs have them. So see the sheriffs at the main gate. Green flag! Into turn number 1, Debbie Cracky. We got a lot of banging and burning out there, but so far everybody's okay. Debbie Cracky out to the early lead. Can she do it this week? Out of number 4 is Debbie Cracky, your leader. Running second is the 84 car. Mark Ellis running third. The 7B of Lawboro. Debbie Cracky, boy, she would love to win a sprint car feature. Steve Weiler spinning coming out of 4, and everybody gets by. We got a yellow. We got Tony Lutar up against the fence in turn 4. One down, 24 to go. Lead car in front by herself. The others filing double file behind. Out of 4, green flag. A lot of heavy traffic still in the early going down the back straightaway. Your lead car still Debbie Cracky. Mark Ellis running second. Mark's number 1. Bob Burrow, he's got the feature win. Debbie Cracky already under pressure. Down the back straightaway, nice battle for third spot and fourth. Mark Houston, Brownfield now making a move in the 66, but it's still Debbie Cracky. It's Debbie Cracky, Mark Ellis, followed by Bob Burrow.
Gambler sprint car. You'll be able to meet Bob and Todd Burrow out at the Olson's grocery store Wednesday over in Linwood at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
This is the final racing you'll see prior to Dirt Cup. All the sprint car drivers are watching, seeing how the track progresses as we go green. 3 abreast down the front straightaway. Alan Rainbow locking up wheels. Everybody getting loose, however. Let's hope we can get a lap in. It's Bill Houghton, the 21 car, your leader. As we get one lap officially completed. That is nice to see. The 21 Bill Houghton, he's only won one feature win in his career here in Skagit. He's looking for a clean sweep tonight, but he's got a long way to go. As we said, very, very competitive super modified division. Down the backstretch, already lapping. One of the cars is Bill Houghton, the 25. Second place, Ron Perkins, the 69. Here comes Gary Funk, car number 32. Keep your eye on him. Ed Evans hanging in there, the 73. Dave Smith, car number 17. Your leader though, completing another lap. Bill Houghton, watch him as he goes in out of the traffic down the back straightaway. 21 Houghton, we will go yellow it looks like. We have got a car going sour coming out of 4. Can do with the pressure on. The heat is on. Bill Houghton as we come out of 4, ready to go green, and we do. Here comes Gary Buck, the 32 car. Running second, 17 Dave Smith in third. As they come out of 4 down the front straightaway. Very, very tight. Wheel to wheel, wing to wing. Watch them back in the pack. A lot of the cars making contact. Ron Perkins to the infield wall. And we've got another yellow flag. Perkins out of shape in the 69 after making FM 104 in Bellingham and KPUG AM. We're ready to go racing again. 5 complete. Green flag. Again, Bill Houghton from his front row starting position, still the leader, the 21, but the pressure is on Gary Buck. Car number 32 running second. Gary's won a feature this year. He's had 2 in his career. We've got a yellow flag. Looks like Bobby Vaughn in turn number 4. As we go yellow. Bobby Vaughn, the 21V, the rookie drive. 5 complete. Green flag. As we were saying earlier, the super modifieds going to get rid of the sprint cars did in the years gone by. Out for a 21, here comes Gary Buck on the inside, he can't do it. Watch the battle for the lead, everybody. Houghton up high, Gary Buck down low. Houghton still the leader. The heat is on though from Gary Buck. Trying to find the combination to get the 32 car into the number 1 slot. We've got a problem in turn number 4. We go yellow. It was Dave Lentz up into the loose stuff. I am not exactly sure what the problem may have been. 18 laps to go. Most of the cars still in competition. Green flag. We've got a tire off the Bobby Vaughn car. Loose in turn 2. Vaughn says, why is this car handling so strangely? And look at that wheel going down the backstretch, trying to keep up with the field. 7 laps complete. Green flag. Couple of laps away from the halfway point in this one. Watch the action back in the back. 2, 3, 4 abreast sometimes. All the drivers vying for position. We got a problem in turn 2. Joe Hancock and Rory Price getting together. We'll see if Price can get the 60 car to the infield. It doesn't look like it. We'll go yellow again. The only fortunate one. And in Dawn's stop up until this one. The heat races, the trophy dashes, the late model feature, the sprint feature. Seeing just a handful of yellow flags, running into a few of them now, however. Oh, we've got a problem in turn 4. 41 of Withrow having some motor problems, and we'll need a push truck to get him going again. Mike Manley to the main gate, please. Mike Manley to the main gate. Actually, it wasn't Withrow, it was car number 3. First time out in former Craig Chapman's modified Joe Lyon out of Arlington. He's sponsored by Snohomish Ironworks and Resitar Homes. Joe Lyon, car number 3. People in our program contest left in the battle. You know, a couple of weeks ago, Tim Levine and Bob Burrow won main events together then, the 2 number 7 cars, and also that night Dave Lentz won in car 77, so that was the night for 7s. See if Lentz can work his way back up through the... And Alan Raper puts the number 13 car in a second. Gary Plum trying to get it back. 32 as they bang wheels going down the back straightaway, chasing Bill up to 21. You watch these super modifieds go by, and I tell you, they are not far off the sprint cars. They are flying. Watch them go by in the front straightaway. Up to 21. Raper, the 13, sneaking up into the battle. 32, Gary Plum. In the back of the field. We're over halfway there now as we get ready to complete lap 12. The 21 of Bill Houghton opening himself up a lead. It has been a number of years for him since he has seen the winner's circle here at Skagit Speedway. He's only got 1 feature win ever in his career. And we've just got 7 laps to go. Can he hold on?